Well. You're listening to Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright then, I may say words on point, straightforward. No jibber jabber, everybody forward. Issues, facts and solution. Get it at Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright, what other thing is a revolution? Get it on point with Professor Buitrón. Gloves Off, no nonsense issues, politics, community. A better men for Laredo. Gloves Off, a revolutionary show with everything that you need to know. With Professor Buitrón. Watch ya!
We're back at you in Gloves Off, and today I have a special guest, Lino Sanchez, who's running for LC Trustee Board. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
That's right. Yes.
But let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about Lino.
Okay.
I know you were a Laredo police officer, but let's talk about that.
Okay. I was at Laredo PD. I retired after 20 years as a sergeant. Right now, I'm a police lieutenant at TAMU Police. I've been there now for almost 7 years. Like it very much. Work with the young crowd, young adults, and we're there to help out, see what they need. We help a lot our students there because it's like it's the first time they're going out and being on their own. And I mean, there's still kids who be out there to help them out, and I like it. I enjoy it very much.
Awesome. And service has always been part of you, and I wanted to ask, why would you want to run for the board? What said you know what clicked you to say, I'm going to write my name now and move forward?
There comes a time in a man's age, we have stages in our life, and I think I'm to that point where I can impart some knowledge, some wisdom that I've gathered throughout my life. I've been married for 35 years. I believe leadership and education begins at home. My wife and I, we raised 4 children. My oldest daughter is a nurse, registered nurse. My son just graduated law school. He's about to take his bar exam to become a lawyer. He already has his job. My third daughter just took the MCAT and is applying for medical schools. Right now she's teaching because she has a master's in pharmacology. And then my youngest daughter, it's in her way of getting her bachelor's in business. So I believe in education. I believe I've done that there at home. So now I want to provide what I've gathered and learned at Laredo College and help this young generation coming up to be able to pass on that knowledge to them to help them and have the education that they need.
Absolutely. I was an instructor. I was an agent instructor at LCC several years ago, and I saw a lot of enrichment going on. I like the institute. It's a well-founded institute. I taught in the kinesiology department. I taught Savak, what I've been doing for, as part of one of my vocations, right?
Yes.
And what I saw was that it was a very strong athletic department. And what bugged me was that earlier this year, they removed the athletic department. And some people say that they're going to try to bring it back next year. Some people say that they're not. Some coaches are very ashamed. Some students are like, what's going on with us? What do you feel about that removal of the athletic department? Do you think we should bring it back?
I spoke to the president to find out what was going on with that, and then he said he had asked to suspend it for this year because of the
crisis.
pandemic. Yeah, the crisis going on. He said that once everything is settled. If the board wants to bring it back, it's a decision of the board and tells them to bring it back. They'll bring it back. I believe in athletics. I believe that the people should have that. I also believe strongly in education. Both go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So once the board reconvenes and we'll talk about it. I'm elected and I'm there. We'll talk about it, and I believe it should be brought back so some of these kids can have an opportunity, but also push for that education that they can hold that.
You know, when I was there, and I was in both campuses, and I used to teach in both campuses, we had a lot of students that were not only from out of country, but also from out of the city. So it's an institute that has grown,
Yes.
that has flourished. Those that were from out of country, well, they had scholarships, especially for athletics. So right now, with the pandemic going on, I understand that those that were from out of country, they had to go back to their countries. But those that were from here and they're there because of scholarships, we don't want to lose those kids. You know, we want to give our high school kids and our elementary kids that are striving in sports to have that goal. You know what? I'm trying to achieve something that's gonna better me, and I want to go into basketball, baseball, whatever sport.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get a scholarship, and all of a sudden you say, "Well, I want to stay here because I got a scholarship here but there's no athletic department, so we're gonna lose our kids to other cities," and that to me, it's something hard to swallow. We have to get a hold of this pandemic. We have to understand where it's going. We have to understand what it's doing. And we have to realize the destruction that it's made and start rebuilding. With that note being said, what do you think about it, especially in the teaching wise?
Yes. Right now, we need to follow some of the guidelines. If we wear the mask, we have our social distances. It does work. Two of my children caught the COVID. We were remanded to our house for 30 days. 14 days after they're positive, it was still positive. It took them 28 days, I believe, before they were negative. My wife, myself, and my other daughter, we never caught it. We were there taking care of them. We went through it and went out of it. My daughter, the one that I'm telling you, she took the MCAT. She had only about 2-3 days of symptoms, and then no symptoms at all. My son, he had the body aches, and he lasted with those body aches for a while. And he was tired of it because he was still studying for the bar exam, and he was frustrated that because of the pains, he couldn't pay too much attention because he was trying to get rid of that. And I'm happy that it went out. We didn't go to the hospital or anything like that. They never had fever or lack of oxygen. We were maintaining, controlling all that. My wife was doing the best she could with what we had, and we gone through it. So I know it's real, but it's not as bad as it's being claimed to be. I mean, I know it's not as deadly as a lot of people think it is. It's a concern, it's a caution, but not to be so in fear of not being able to do something.
We have to start living.
Yes.
And stop living in fear.
Yes.
Because once you start people in living in fear, a lot of other things degress in society.
Yes.
There's a lot of other problems that come of age. And that to me is where we're at now. You know, when all this pandemic started with the bat suit flu, is that the first thing that I said is, number one, we have to control the virus. We have to understand what's going on with the virus. Second, we have to restart our economy, which it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, it's probably the most important, is those that are in office, those that gained a little bit of power, how are they going to lose it? Because I already tasted it.
Mm.
And you see it with the mandates, and we're going to mandate another 15 days, and we're going to start doing this. So they start being that, how can I say, dictatorship type mentality. And that's what you're not here for. That's why we have so many candidates running for so many different positions.
Yes.
And in November, I think there's going to be a lot of people there that are not going to be around anymore because of this.
Yes.
And people are waking up to that. And like we talked earlier, in the pursuit of happiness and liberty.
Yes.
And I think that's what we need. That's America, in the pursuit of happiness and liberty. We have to live free, and we have to leave happy.
Yes.
And that's what we need. But let's take that now. Your LC has a great police academy.
Mm-hmm.
How would you, as police officer, oversee what's going on in there? You can try to bring in more courses, try to see what's going on. What are you going to take care of that?
Yes, I believe, and like I said, I spoke to the president. He's bringing in. He's very much concerned to the safety also, and he's building another, or he's in his what do you call it, wish list, I guess. He's trying to build a indoor fire range at the main campus here. He's also bringing in Homeland Security to teach the law enforcement committee about safety and everything. He's very much into the safety structure, and I like that. So yes, I would like to oversee that. I know this last academy, they also had to do all the social distances, and they did the way to. They did 2 parts, because I have some friends that were there. They did 2 parts, 8 and then 8, something like that, so that they won't be together. And that's good. But we still need to have more officers. We need more officers here. We need more officers both at like LC, at Laredo PD, county-wise. I think we're still very, very not fully completed in law enforcement. So I believe that we need to grow our academy. We need to grow our knowledge in the security aspect, the safety of our community, so that we can be able to help our people. We're here for us as police officers. We're here for the community. We're here to help you all. We're civil servants. In reality, that's what we do. You know, we're the deacons of the city. We're here for everybody. We're here to help everybody. It's got to be the same. Whoever lives wherever, we have to be the same to every person. And we have to be able to provide that service, that help that they need. And that's why I want to implement this. I want to show this, that we're here for that. You know, that we're here. And I'm happy all these people are running. All these new people that no one knows me. Other than in maybe in the law enforcement community, they know me. I used to say, I'm just another face in the crowd. You know, like the guy in Rocky 3, he says, I'm the unsilent majority. You know, and I used to complain long time ago. When you're young, you complain a lot about stuff until you start growing and start seeing there's no need to complain. Either you do something or move out of the way. You know, so then you have to start doing. So I became a field trained officer. So I trained a lot of officers at PD because I wanted to impart what I had learned already as a police officer to them, so that they can start doing the right way, the policing. You know, we have just the right way and the wrong way, and we have to figure the right way all the time, so that everybody can come out fine, no one gets hurt. You know,
Absolutely.
if you can go home at the end of the shift and no one got hurt, that's good.
No, you're absolutely correct. And we all back the police. Every good police officer has our blood and our sweat, and we're going to back you up 100%.
Thank you.
But, you know, we also need to step up and say, I think right now is the time that police officers need to take the bad ones inside the locker room and have a nice little talk with them. And if it comes out that they come out with a black eye, well, they came out with a black eye. And it needs to be done. Right now is the time that, you know what, you guys, the good badges, you guys have to take the bad badges back in the locker room and pop them around for a little bit. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Have a nice talk. And because society is backing you guys up 100%. We're not going to stop backing you up. On the contrary,
Thank you.
we're going to step up.
It's a good thing. It's good to hear that. Right now that we hear all these things.
Oh yeah. And I understand. You know, and prayers go out to the 2 police officers in Louisville, Kentucky that were tried to be assassinated, because now they're assassinating police officers, and that's bad. And now, believe me, we're going to step up, and we're going to protect you all. The citizens are going to protect you. We got your back.
Thank you.
And believe me, we got it. But you guys, like I said, you guys need to take the bad ones inside the locker room and have a nice little chat.
Yes. And I think that's, since we were talking earlier, I do teach de-escalation. And I think a lot of us need to learn de-escalation, need to learn the proper way. Like I was saying, sometimes we come out of the academy with this big ego, thinking that we know everything and we can do whatever we want, and it's not true. We don't. We have set of rules and policies that we need to follow, and if we do that and we follow the right thing, you know, we're going to be able to do the thing correctly and follow the law.
Absolutely. You know, we have great people in law enforcement, firefighters, doctors. Laredo is a community that has the best.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you know, when you come out of LC and you want to be a police officer, I mean, your starting salary is what, 48, 50,000. I mean, that's a damn good paying job.
Yes.
Understand what I'm saying? Kids, go to school.
Yes.
Don't joke around. There's a lot of great jobs out there.
Yes, there is.
Go get your degree. You know, go out there. You want to go vocational? By God, I know people that are making 120,000 a year just welding. Great people.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that there's a lot of jobs up there. Understand there's a lot of talent to be made. And this is a great institute. And I'll commend you for standing up and putting your name on that little dotted line. And what would you like to tell the people out there if they want to help you out in your campaign? How can they get in touch with you?
You can contact me through my Facebook personally, and I have a page also, my campaign page, Lino E Sanchez campaign page, or they can reach me at my cell. It's 2365134. They can reach me out there. I'm here to help. Whatever I can do, I will. I know it's a board. I'm one person in that board, but whatever concerns that you have and I can bring into this board and help out, I will. Like you said, I want the kids to stay in school. I want the kids to graduate. A skilled and educated person can bring businesses to Laredo, can work here. You know, like you said, vocational. They have vocational. I remember when I went to high school and I took shop, and I learned basic skills in woodworking and electricity. They also had life skills. You know, they used to give you a kid to walk around in schools. You know, I don't even remember that, but I don't see that anymore. As a police officer, I was a school resource officer in Christian and Lamar and Martin, and I saw that things. And I want our kids to get educated, to work. You know, I know where a lot of us. I'm a migrant kid. When I was young, we would go back and forth, always on the road, work in the fields and stuff like that. But I didn't stay there. You know, at times we were homeless. But I did not stay there. I moved. My kids don't know anything about that. I pushed them to do better, to be better people, to be good people, to serve people, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help and serve, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help.
Absolutely. And you know, my uncle used to say a saying, and I'll repeat it again today because I said it yesterday. He used to say, "Vives para servir, si no nos sirves para vivir."
Mm-hmm.
And we have to understand that.
Yes.
We're here for a reason.
Yes.
You know, and the beauty of Laredo is that we have a great community that right now is voicing themselves.
Yes.
And you see it within all the candidates. Folks, we're running out of time. It was a great talk with Lino Sanchez, and he's running for trustee of LC. This election season is going to be probably the most important election season for you all. Okay? Think very hard. Research each candidate. Make up your mind to go vote. Put on your mask, get in line, do it.
Yes.
Do us all a favor, do not vote by mail. People say, Paul, you're telling people that you shouldn't vote on mail. If you trust the mail system, put $200 in an envelope and send it to yourself. If it comes back, vote by mail. If it doesn't, I know what I'm telling you. Get in line. The Webb County Elections Office is doing an excellent job. They have curbside. During the COVID crisis, I took my mother, we voted in the car. They brought the ballots out. We have 3 weeks of early voting. There's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Please go out there and vote and research your candidates. Anything else?
That's right. Like Mr. Buitron says, come out and vote. Let's go out there. We can wear a mask. We can wear a mask to go to the store, go to the restaurants. We can wear a mask to go and vote. Come out and vote. Make your voice count. We all have that voice. Come out. I'm running for place 7 in Laredo College, and hope for your support.
Absolutely. Until next time. Peace.
The following political paid advertisements do not reflect the political opinions of the program or its associates. Any political campaign or candidate who wishes to purchase advertising can do so. Advertising is open to all on behalf of Gloves Off.
Hello, how are you? My name is Celestino Marina. I'm running for City Council, District 5, and I would like your support. Together, we will win. Thank you.
Hi Laredo, this is Carlos Perez. I'm running for Laredo College Board of Trustees Place 8. You can follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CG Perez RLC. I look forward to gaining your support this campaign season and earning your vote November 3rd. Thank you.
Laredo College needs a leader, an educator with a vision to move forward for a positive change. This is why, as your candidate, I want accessible education, and most importantly, I want to listen to your concerns as a stakeholder, students, faculty, staff, and taxpayers. It's time for education over politics.
Vote Justin Huntsnusher Casiano for Laredo College Board, Place 7.
Hi, I'm Amber Avis Hinojosa, ready to change the direction of District 8. As a resident and business owner in the heart of the community, I know the pressing issues at hand. It's time to realize the potential in this district. Join me in the fight to bring change. Vote Amber Avis Hinojosa for City Council District 8. The future of our district is in our hands.